was that? What was that? Oh boy. Trying to figure out how to balance this thing out. I have to admit I enjoy different types of pre-workouts. They're very good. I don't know, like I've only had a couple pre-workouts that I didn't like. Um, I don't mind some of like rock stars or I like caffeine, man. It works. I'll admit that. I mean, I think vitamins and supplements are good if if it works for you and works for your system. I would say try it. I'm gonna try to put this thing on follow. Looks like I'm having some issues. Well, thank you. Not sure what to say there. Mike, it does not. I will say it does not. Oh, that's a really good pickup line. I like it. I do like it. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff Pat would say. And I honestly, I don't know why he would ever say things like that, but that is a Pat Miletich thing for sure. Did he ever tell you about salt loading, about sodium loading your body? Have you ever heard this deal? Yeah, he's crazy. It doesn't work. Like you're gonna kill yourself, and he likes doing type of that. He likes to do that type of stuff to people. Um, I had a lot of hard training partners over the years, so I can't really say one or the other. But um, grappling, there were quite a few like really tough grappling guys. It was, Matt Hughes was one of those people. Jeremy Horn was different. Um, Stand-up guys, Robbie Lawler was a really good boxer. I had to usually train with heavy weights when I sparred, so a lot of times I was sparring with, really big, guys who were really good. Um, so it's hard to say who was like the toughest. Yeah, man, all that stuff is just hocus pocus and with no follow through at all. I'm trying to decide what I want to eat. I'll admit that I really believe that, and I don't think it's just because I was there. MFS was probably, in my mind, one of the number one gyms in the world, if not top three, just because of the amount of guys that were active, the amount of guys who were title holders, the amount of guys that were fighting for titles, the amount of guys that it took to get those guys to a title. That was a really tough gym. And honestly, it wasn't just because I was there. Robbie was definitely, I think, pound for pound, one of the hardest hitting 170 pounders I ever worked with. Um, he could put anybody to sleep, like almost at will. It was crazy, but yeah, Robbie Lawler was tough. And again, it's so crazy because like you work out with all these different people, but you don't realize like in those times, in those moments, those were the best fighters in their weight classes, like in like top three in the world, all these guys. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. The other thing is I got some eggs. I made like these. I make like a bagel, egg, and sausage sandwich thing that's pretty good. So I'm thinking maybe I whip that all together. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like when I first started, this is the thing. When I first started working out, like actually, at first time I went to the MMA gym, um, I grappled with Jeremy Horn and I had no idea who he was. Um, Me and Matt Hughes kind of had a little beef going on, so we kind of stayed away from each other right away. But within the next week or so, I was wrestling and grappling with Matt Hughes, and he tied me in like he tied me into a pretzel. Um, I worked out with Pat Miletich. Pat Miletich at the time, I think he was the title holder at the time, and he was just gonna go fight. I think he was going out to fight. Uh, I want to say Carlos Newton, but I don't know if that's the right name. I forget his damn name right offhand. But he was getting prepared for that match. Jens Pulver wasn't a champion yet. Jens Pulver was in the gym, and then we had Bobby Hoffman, who was a monster heavyweight. A lot of people won't know who Bobby Hoffman is. Tony Fricklin was not there yet. Um, Tony Fricklin didn't show up until it was years before I met Tony Fricklin. To be perfectly honest, I think the MFS following and everything that it was, I think it fell apart because of money. That's my take. A lot of people, they didn't feel, everybody, there was all these people who didn't feel like they were getting what they deserved, and when that happened, it just all started deteriorating. Yeah, I probably wouldn't get a face tattoo at all, but whatever. It's your business. Yeah, there's not too many people that are going to know who Bobby Hoffman is, but He was one of the original so-called MFS heavyweights. That dude was tough. Yeah, I think, in my mind, I think what tore the gym apart was money. Um, People thinking that because you got it, I should get it, or when sponsors started coming, people questioning why they weren't getting sponsors and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really greed. I mean, it's people need to know their place, and that's really all there is to it. If you like, this is what blows my mind. Okay, when a guy tells you he wants more money from you, but he's never been on your level, you take him to all the shows. You're introducing him to a lifestyle he's never been introduced to, and he's trying to tell you he wants more from you. I'm like, I already gave it to you. Like, you've earned a lifestyle. You've earned your way into a lifestyle that you didn't have before, but you want more from me. Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, sorry, I don't watch sports, so. You know what? I really like Josh Rafferty. He was a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun. And in his time, Josh Rafferty was pretty dangerous. He could be a very dangerous fighter. I am not lean right now, James. I'm actually, I've basically gained about 10 pounds. I've gained roughly 10 pounds. Well, thanks for subscribing, bro. Yeah, right now I weigh like 215. Yeah, I remember Mark. I don't remember a lot about him, but I do remember him. My best weight is usually around 205. My best training weight is around 203. Like if I'm training every day and I can eat and if I wake up every day at 203 pounds, that's like a good training weight for me. see if we can get these down. No whip. I usually whip them up, but I don't know if I can do it today. Let's go. I won't lie, I can't get 3. Like if I try to put all those eggs in my mouth, it just doesn't work. Everybody wanted to be Rocky at one time. I usually have to do 1 egg at a time. I can't usually even do 2. I mean, those are large eggs as well. If I get the smaller ones, I can do 2. But large eggs, I can only do 1 at a time. I can't, like I've already done it before. So if I do small eggs, I can do 2. But large eggs, I can usually only get 1 at a time. There is a difference. It's all good, bro. You know what? I think you might have brought this up, James, but I think they should do a like when they did like a return of the guys who had already been there, and like it was like Shoney Carter and Matt Serra and all these guys. They brought them back and they did like a tough with the old school guys. I thought that was awesome. A gift for my kitchen, like a blender or something. Yeah, if you are already involved with the UFC, you can't do the tough season. I'll tell you what, some of those early day guys, some of the guys who got involved with that show earlier, I think they had a tough time with their contracts later. A what? A kitchen knife? I don't know anything about this kitchen knife thing. I put a ring light up so people can kind of see. So what is it, like a Ginsu knife, or what are you talking about? I just don't know what you're saying, like what kind of knife it is or whatever. Yeah, I'll admit, I never understood how they did the contracts, or it's a chef's knife. Yeah, I never really understood how they did like certain contracts and things like that. I think a lot of it had to do with the management, whoever was managing that guy. Hey, whatever happened with Tony Ferguson? Didn't he have like some head injuries or something they were concerned about, or what happened with that guy? Huh. Yeah, I thought he had like they did an interview or something with him, and he like couldn't even talk or something. He was all mumbling his words. Yeah, man. You know what's crazy about that, and what I always notice about that guy, wasn't he the guy who would like stand in the middle of the octagon and be like, right here, let's fight right here, and he'd like go blow for blow, and then you see the guy, isn't he the same dude? Oh, Max Holloway. So those are different guys then. So I was thinking of somebody else. Yeah, a lot of these guys I barely know their names. I almost like never see a match, or I don't watch matches. I remember that Manny guy. He was a really little dude. I know he was a tough fighter, but he was really tiny. No, I do need a Celsius, so it'd be nice right now. We were talking about that earlier, like talking about energy drinks and pre-workouts. I'm like a big fan. I'm a big fan of pre-workouts and energy drinks. I do think they can be dangerous, though. The Anvil, yeah, I remember him. He was a really little guy, though. You can hook me up with what? Pre-workouts? Gotta move some of this stuff around. I made white rice and I mixed. This is a ground pork, chicken, and I have a beef patty in there. So I'm probably just gonna mix it all together. So hook me up. I'll be all whacked out on caffeine. They used to make one of the coolest things I thought back in the day. They used to make caffeine tablets. So you could take like these 50 milligram caffeine tablets. They were great. You could take like 2 of those every hour, like one every half hour. Like take 2 hour, you'd be like zooming. I got a new cameraman. I didn't. I don't think I've tried the energy drink Bucked Up or Bucked or whatever it's called, but I haven't tried the pre-workout. No way, bro. They can't do that. They gotta change the name. They gotta change the name. Have I used? Oh yeah, I mean I'll eat anything, man. I don't really, as long as I can get it down, I'll eat it. I don't care. Dude, that's not even right, bro. They can't do that. They can't do that. But yeah, I've eaten there's plenty of foods because like you still have like a day or two. If it expires, I think you still have like a day or two to eat it. But that's my opinion, I guess. I've been telling everybody to vote for me in 2028. I'm going to be the president. My name's Tony. What's your name? That dude, that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. They shouldn't allow that. Peanut butter lasts forever. Yeah, peanut butter lasts forever. Yeah, sounds like these guys are. Yeah, my name's Drew. Yeah, I saw the link, bro. Like, dude, that's crazy, bro. Like, who would create that? see something real quick. My phone is going crazy. That's terrible. Bro, that's terrible. But yeah, I think I'm gonna make this snortable pre-workout. It's absolutely terrible. So yeah, I got this gimbal. I'm gonna try this gimbal for a while, see how it works. Stop it already. Let me ask you guys this. If I was such a good-looking guy, like why am I sitting here by myself all the time? Somebody please answer that. Yeah, so I've never really been big into electronics, but I'm just trying new stuff with these, so I can do YouTube live better and just give it the better views, I guess. Exactly, that's the problem. These girls think that I'm too good for them. I don't even have a job. I think if I was in Florida, girls would think I'm Cuban or something. Am I a chat person? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I mean. I just you gotta look. You guys gotta subscribe and then look at some of my videos. You're gonna see like I do a lot of workout stuff, running and things like that. I had some really good videos in Wyoming and Colorado. Right. I was actually asking. I have a good group of subscribers that come on, and we get a good group of people talking all the time. And so I was telling them, I was like, "What are you guys gonna do if I get a girlfriend? Like, and I can't do live anymore." They're like, "Don't talk like that." You gotta hook me up, Mike. A lot of people say I look like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I get that all the time. Yeah, I mean, I know the market's really crazy right now, like the dating market and all that. I love Colorado. Well, golf is good. I've been playing a little golf lately. It's been fun, man. Did I tell you about the guy I went to his? They were watching the UFC this past week or whatever, and my buddy invited me over there, and he's like, "Bring your golf clubs and stuff." And this guy had a golf simulator in his garage. It was amazing. And Jesus loves you, brother. What? Oh yeah, so this guy, he had this golf simulator in the garage, and I'm telling you, man, I've never done the golf simulation thing, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. I don't know that movie. I think I probably already asked you this. Do you live by any like mountains or big parks or anything in Colorado? I do not own a PS5, but I've also been talking to my subscribers about getting a game or something we could all play together. I don't have a TV though. Hangman champion? That's like the game, right? No. I have no idea what that is. You know what? The living in an RV or having like a big, some type of big, maybe like they have like the big buses that you can live on. I think that's really a good option actually, especially if you got to travel. I don't look like any of these people. I'm glad that I look like famous people though. That's so sad. Garden of the Gods. I'll try to remember that. The last place I was at in Colorado was Horsetooth, and I believe that's just outside of Fort Collins. But that was the last place I went to. I went to the top of the mountain at Laurie State Park. It took me about, I think it took me about 2.5 hours to get up, about an hour to get down. Because I was running, but going uphill it was like 2.5 hours. It was about an hour. It was about an hour run to get down. I am 47 years old. I only buy American vehicles. Yeah, Lori State Park. I went to the top of Lori 2 times, but I would run. The one time I ran, the other time I took my bike. I mean, guys, at least I look like famous people. But now I just got to get famous, you know? Oh, back in the day, yeah. I think some of my best, my number one best sponsor ever was Tap Out. Fairtex sent me so much stuff, boxing gloves and mouthpieces and Muay Thai pads and shin guards and elbow guards and all kinds of headgear. And I mean, I was able to really help my a lot of my training partners, give my training partners new stuff. I only buy American. To be honest, I've had plenty of times in my life where I've had people taking pictures of me, videos of me, following me around. I've had the stalkers and all that. So I think I'm past that point. Um, I've had both male and female stalkers. There was one guy in particular, I always talk about this one guy. He would like drive by my house, and if he would like drive by my house, and I'd probably see him like once or twice a day. But he would drive by my house, he would see me, and he'd go down to the end of the street, and he would turn around, and he would drive by real slow, and I would just wave at him, and he'd wave back, and then he'd just keep going. But he was for sure a stalker, without a doubt. Guys, I'm not hard to find. I have plenty of social media. Um, I'm on all the social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. What do you mean, what it was like to win? Talk about what was like to win. Like, what do you mean by you gotta, like, sometimes you gotta write these sentences out a little bit. Hello to everybody in India. I mean, winning fights is great. I mean, but I just think that I have the experience to know that I don't know, like, there's always another match, there's always another competition, there's always going to be something else. It's just You're just constantly measuring yourself in these competitions. It's just a true test of yourself, in my opinion. They just want to be your friend. That's all. I'm doing all right. Trying to make sense of some of this, some of the things that people are, some of the comments. I really need to lose some weight. Probably in the next month or so, I'm going to start trying to lose weight. I'm going to get back down, get ready for the summer. I was a decent baseball player, but it wasn't like my strength. I didn't get enough practice. I played baseball for, I think, one season, and then I was going to play the next season, but I didn't. I basically went out for like a month, and I just decided to do something else. I really did enjoy baseball. It just wasn't my it wasn't my strength. Um, my transition from high school to college really wasn't as difficult as it was, like physically, it wasn't difficult for me. It was more like politics and learning new plays and learning a new system and things like that. I went to two different colleges. I went to Iowa Central Community College. I was there for 2 years, and then I went to St. Ambrose University. They're like a D3. I went there for 3 years. And still go there to this day because I didn't graduate. So I'm still trying to graduate. If anybody wants to loan me like 15 G's, we're good. I only have like 3 classes. It's like 3 or 4 classes to finish. To be honest, it's a really expensive school. It's like a private. It's a private Catholic college. Nobody is holding the camera. It's a gimbal. Dude, that's so wild. Who would create a pre-workout and call it that? It's insane. Yeah, it's NAIA. I mean, it's tough. I think it was tough because it was a 5-year institution, but I mean, there wasn't anybody there. When I went there, I don't believe anybody there was nearly as good an athlete as I was. I mean, that's across the board. I didn't meet a baseball player or a basketball player or another football player or anybody. I didn't think anybody was as good as I was as far as like the level of athleticism. Yeah, that sounds like it, bro. Like they actually told me to be careful about um great. Hey, what's up, Tech? They actually told me to be careful about some of these, like we call them head shops here, but they sell like these kind of fake products that are supposed to get you high or something. And this guy was like, "Yeah, man, just be real careful about going to this shop or going to that shop or eating these certain types of um, herbs or whatever." But that's just in case you have to do like testing, any kind of testing. Yeah, I hear about this stuff, but I've never been into drugs at all. I don't mind drinking a little bit or having a drink, but well, guys, I've been letting this. No, no, I don't do any drugs or anything. Never. I've never been into any kind of drugs. Well, listen, guys, I've been letting this YouTube run for a while. This YouTube live, so I'm gonna shut this down. But it's only 9 o'clock here. I might turn it back on if I have nothing going on later. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys later, all right? If I don't go anywhere, I'll probably kick it back on in like an hour or two. Tech, you come too late, bro. But all right, we'll connect again here. See you guys later.